I don't get it. I just can't understand why you're not using these features. I mean, they're great, they will make you save a bunch of time, and they will help you improve the quality of your designs. Why aren't you using them? Hey, what's up everyone? Ronnie here. Welcome back to our channel. This is for sure the best place to learn about Canva. We have a ton of videos on the channel. Today, we're talking about, in my opinion, the 10 most underrated Canva features. Features you might not know about, you might have overlooked and you don't use them. Features that are great, but not so many people understand or use properly. So the goal of this tutorial is to make you discover or maybe rediscover these 10 features and start using them more, because I personally use them all the time when I design in Canva, and they are really good features. So without further ado, let's jump into the first underrated feature. The first feature I'd like to draw your attention to is a feature called Apply Style Only from Templates. This feature allows you to basically style an entire document from a template that you might like. So let me show you how it works. If you head over your Templates tab right here on the Object panel is the left side menu right here in Canva, click over on the Templates tab and just simply start searching for a template that you like. Look at the style. For example, I quite like the style of this template right here. So if I click here, I see this is a presentation. It has 19 pages, and I quite like these bright green colors, and the arrows, the font is quite bold, so I like that. So if I scroll over to the end of these templates, all the pages of the template, I see this tile right here that says Template Style. And then if I hover over this tile, it says Apply. So when I click here, you see what happens? It applies the style of this template, so style meaning the fonts and the color palette, to my first page right here. And I can choose to apply the style to all pages. So if I click here, my entire presentation style is applied across all pages. Let me go to my grid view right here. And now you see all of the presentation has been changed in only one click. I'm gonna click here on preview. I'm gonna do Command Z to undo this. Okay, so only the first page has been modified in terms of the style. What I can also do, if I click on apply again, you see I do have the option to shuffle the colors, okay? I don't have to accept the first option Canva gives me when I apply the style of this template. I can shuffle the colors using the shuffle button until I find a color combination within the same color palette, but different color combination, I would say. I quite like the one with the green and the black font, so I will go with this one right here. All right, cool. So that's applying from a template that you find right here directly in the Object panel. Let me show you something else. Maybe you don't want to open a template and start looking at it because you already know this is the one I like, the one I want to use for my presentation. So let's say you like this one. What you can also do is to click on the three little dots right here and scroll a bit until you see this section right here, Apply Style Only. And you can do the same thing, applying the same style. Again, you can shuffle from here. Okay, so it will apply the font and the color palette. You can apply to all pages when you like one of the styles. Okay, so that's another way to do it. You don't have to open the template. You can do it straight from here by clicking on the three little dots. Okay, I'm gonna Command Z until I get back to my original page, which is this one right here. And I want to show you a third way to apply the style from a template. And this time we are not going to work from within the editor. We are going to work from a more convenient place to select the right template. I'm talking about the template library. So for that, let's head over Canva's homepage. So this is the homepage of my account. And I'm gonna click on the second item right here that says template. Once I'm here, I am in the template library. Make sure you are selecting the same document type as the one you are working on. So in my case, we are working on a presentation. So from here, I'm gonna click on presentations. Okay, 16 by 9, yes, that's what I'm using. Click on the tile and you start seeing all of these templates from Canva. Okay, that's the Canva template library. And from here, you can start using your style option. You see, if you scroll down this left column right here, you see filters, and then the first one right here is style. Okay, so I want something that looks clean. I want something that looks creative. I click on view more, and I want something with photos because I have a couple of photos I want to showcase. So now I have checked all of these three styles right here. Let's see what Canva shows me. I still have 3.6 thousand templates available for these specific search filters. So let's go ahead and find one that I like in here. So let's say you like this one right here. I'm gonna click on it and open it. Let's say you like this funky retro kind of colors right here in the background and this fantasy font right here. So if you want to use this, what I recommend you do, because you can customize the template, it will open in Canva, but still, like, you still need to recall that exact same template from your presentation right here. You need to find it from here. So the way I recommend you do this is you simply copy the entire name of this title. So you see I'm copying all of this, and you come here under your templates and you're going to paste that right here. And you should see it, you see now it's right here. You should see the template because you're pasting the exact title. So from here, I can again click on the three little dots and apply the style to my first page right here. I can shuffle the colors until I find something I like, quite like this one right here. And you can apply to all pages if this is what you like. All right, so this was apply style only from templates. I think this is an amazing feature because these templates are designed by professional designers. They have great font combination and color palette. So instead of reinventing the wheel, simply steal or grab one of these styles from any of the templates you find beautiful in the Canva library. Now, let's move over to the second feature I think you should be using more. Another feature I use all the time, and I think you should be using more, is the good old copy-paste functionalities, okay? Copy-paste in Canva is probably the one feature I use the most. Out of all of the features, copy-paste is the most practical, the most easy to use feature, and it's very flexible. You can do a lot of things with it. So let me show you, again, using this example of our presentation right here. Let's say you want to add some pages to your presentation, okay? So one way of doing this would be to click on the show page little arrow right here until you see the different pages here on your document. So these are thumbnails of your pages. Let's say you want to add a page that looks like page number 4, this page right here. Well, very easily, you can select page 4, Command C or Control C on your keyboard, and then simply Command V. And you're pasting another page right after the page that is selected. You're pasting page number 5, and that's how you very quickly create a page. This also works with a series of pages. Let's say you want to copy pages from 1 to 3. Okay, so I'm holding my Shift button, select all 3. Again, Command C, Control C, and I'm gonna paste that at the very end. So I select page number 10, Command V, and boom, my 3 pages are copied right here. Now let me delete that. So that's copying and pasting pages, okay? You can also copy and paste elements on your design very easily. You probably already know that, you probably already use that. But did you know that when you copy and paste an element, it will be pasted exactly at the same position on your page? And this could be very useful, for example, in a presentation like this one, if you want to add a little logo of your business in somewhere on your slides. And this is something quite common. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it because you don't need to have your branding on every single page, but corporate organizations like to do that. Like, they like to have some sort of a watermark or a branding element on their slides. So if you want to do something like this, first, obviously, you need your logo. So let's grab this Team Rondi logo right here. I'm gonna make that smaller, about this size. I'm going to position it exactly where I want it. Let's say something like this. Let me see, is that well positioned? Yes. So what I'm going to do is to select it, Command C, I'm copying the element, and now I can simply, on this page, click anywhere on the page, Command V. and then very easily Command V. Again, Command V. So it's very easy for me to copy and paste a branding element at the exact same spot on my presentation pages. You could do this with page numbers, for example. So page 1, 2, 3, so that the number is always exactly at the same position on your slide. So that could be very useful. It's a very handy shortcut, and I think you should be using it too. Something else you can do with copy paste is to simply grab an interesting element from a template or from another Canva design you have created in the past. So for that, let me show you. I'm going to go back to my templates tab, and I'm going to go back to this presentation right here that I liked. I liked the style, I liked the green and black contrast. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to click on page 1 and actually create a page right here. So I'm going to create a page right here. I'm going to get rid of this color, and I want to insert this first page from the template right here, because there's some things in here that I like. And the things I like on this template is the handwritten doodles, like the line here, the arrow. So I'm going to select the arrow, the circling, and this little like underline thing going on. So I have selected these 4 elements, holding my Shift key while clicking on these elements, so I can select multiple elements, and then Command C or Control C. And then what I'll do, I will add a page at the end of my presentation right here and paste the elements. So I've pasted everything. I just grabbed some stuff I liked from a template. And I suggest when you create a deck of slides that you have these visual elements ready on the last page maybe of your document that you will be using throughout your presentation. But again, why reinvent the wheel when you can just fetch some of these elements from templates that have been made by designers and that you already find beautiful? You like these elements, instead of trying to find them in Canva, just copy and paste them in your presentation. So copy paste, super underrated tool, super simple, but how effective? Use it. All right, we are moving on to underrated feature number 3 already. And this one also has to do with colors. I'm talking about the color picker. Okay, the color picker has been awaited as a Canva feature for a very long time. Users have been asking for color picker, and then color picker just released. From one bright day, like in Australia, Canva decided, okay, let's release color picker. Everybody seems to want it. And now it's there. But how many of you guys are already using it? Huh? Are you? Well, color picker, let me show you a couple of use cases of the color picker. So I have my Team Rondi logo right here. I'm gonna zoom in on this page. Let me collapse this panel for now. Okay, so I do have this, and I'd love this yellow right here to match my yellow color in my logo. First, I'm gonna zoom in some more on this logo so I can grab the color without much difficulty. Next, what you want to do is to select the part of your design that you want to change the color of. In that case, it's the background right here. So click on that little background color. And in order to find the color picker, you need to click on the plus add a new color button, and right here you should see the color picker. Now, I've been told the color picker would work only when you work with your Chrome browsers, okay, Google Chrome browsers. I always use Google Chrome, so I don't really know if this would work with another browser. So just a disclaimer here, maybe it doesn't work if you don't use the Google Chrome browser. So how it works, click on the color picker, super easy, and then hover over your colors right here and grab the ones that you like. So I'm trying to grab the brightest part of the yellow. Yes, this one. I can zoom back out, and you see how I applied a color from my logo to the background of this presentation. Now this looks super nice. I do have the color right here, and I can start changing this color right here for the same yellow. And again, I can, like this, really go and create a more branded presentation, because I was able to grab any color really with the color picker from any element. Okay, let me show you how you can also grab the color from a photo, for example. Let's find a photo that we like first. Okay, let's use this page right here. We have a yellow right here, this flower pot uses kind of like a mustard yellow that could work well in the background. Let's forget about the Rondi branding for a second. Let's pretend this is not a Rondi presentation. Let's say you just want to make this slide a little bit more consistent, a little bit more homogeneous. So let's grab the color of this pot and let's make that background this color. Okay, so the background is already selected. I'm gonna click here, color picker, again, right here. And I'm gonna try to grab, that was a bit too dark. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm trying to find a lighter part of this brown, like here. That's still quite bright. And if it's still too bright, you can easily adjust that by adding more light. Simply go up a bit with your little circle right here on the color spectrum, and there you go. You have something that looks like some part of the photo, and this could really help you create more harmonious slides. So that was the color picker. I think you should be using it more. All right, back to our marketing proposal. I want to show you another great time saver right here. I'm talking about the change all feature. And this one exists for two different use cases: change all colors and change all fonts in your document. So, well, I'm just going to demonstrate how it works. For example, remember we picked this yellow color, okay, from the Team Rondi logo. Let's say we want to apply this yellow color consistently across the entire presentation. So let me show you the entire presentation. Right now, we have started to do this. We have page 1 and page 3, but we would like to replace this mustard yellow for this brighter yellow throughout the presentation. So there's actually a way to do this in just one click. So let me show you. Let's start with these letters right here, okay? So for that, you're going to select them, click on the text color right here, select the color you want to swap for, this one right here, and here at the bottom of your color panel right here, you will have that button that says Change All. So if you click on this, Canva is going to swap the color of every single text boxes that has this mustard color into the bright color. So for that, let me go over this page right here, page number 7. You see this text was in the mustard color, Command Z, Command Y. Okay, you see, Command Z, it was like this originally, and then it became this after I changed all the fonts. Same for this page. The only thing that didn't change was the background, because I was working with a text box. But if I want the background to change, just select a page with the background still unchanged, click on it, and then click on the color button, change it for the color you want, and then again, change all. And now this will apply the bright yellow color to all the backgrounds, or to basically all of the elements that use that same color, except the text boxes. There's still a difference between text boxes and the other elements for Canva. So let's do this, change all. And now I shouldn't see any of the mustard color on my document, only the bright color. And that's exactly what we are seeing here. All right, let me go back to the presentation. Yeah, so that's change all for your colors, okay? Now, there is another use case for change all, and that is changing all the fonts in a document. So let me show you how that would work. So for example, I want to change the font of this. First, I'm gonna ungroup all of these text boxes, okay? These are 4 text boxes. I'm gonna ungroup them. Let's say I want to change League Spartan, which is the main font, like the font for the main titles here in the document, probably using League Spartan as well on the other pages, yes. I want to change that for my branded font, okay? So I have a branded font, it's right here under my fonts, under text, this one right here. So if I click here, I can show you what it is. It is Montserrat semi-bold, okay? That's what I want to be using, Montserrat semi-bold instead of League Spartan. I'm gonna delete this one right here. So very simply, selecting the text box and then clicking here and finding Montserrat semi-bold, okay? Montserrat semi-bold, it would look like this. Not really great, maybe let's try extra bold. Yeah, this is better. And what I can do is to reduce the letter spacing a little bit, so it looks a bit more massive. And also the line spacing, I'm gonna reduce that a bit too, to 85. Let's say -60 and 85. I'm happy with this. But what I want to show you really is this button right here, this change all. So I can change all of the league Spartan in this document for Montserrat Extra Bold. Let's go ahead and do this. Font changed across your design. So now I can see the other text boxes. You see Montserrat Extra Bold, and this would go on every single page. Every League Spartan text box has been replaced by my Montserrat semi-bold. So again, huge time saver. It goes across the entire document. A very easy way for you to apply your visual identity to your entire project. Another great tool that not so many people know about is the copy style button. First, let me show you where to find it. So you will find the copy style button right here in your upper navigation bar, okay? So it's this guy right here, the paint roller, it says copy style. So what this button does is basically you select an element or text box or a background or anything really, photo, you select it, you click on the copy style button and then you click on something else and then it will copy the style or the attribute of the first selected element to the second one. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate that. For example, let's say you want to copy the style of this text box to this text box right here. So very simple. First, I select the origins, the source from which I want to copy the style, click on copy style and then click on the other one, and then there you go, you have the same size, you have the same font, you have the same letter spacing and everything. Okay, so I'm not gonna keep that change, but I just wanted to show you it works with element colors, it works with background colors, it works with font, but it also works for photos and the filters you apply on specific photos. Let me show you. For example, throughout this document, we have like a consistent kind of style for your photos. You see like everything looks the same, and then you have this black and white photo right here on page 7, and that's kind of the only black and white photo there is on the entire document. So in this case, you have two choices. Number one, you change this photo for the color photo, right? Or number two, you make all of the photos black and white in your document. Or number three, you could go for a different style, apply a specific effect, and then use that effect on every single photo in your document. But all color photos in one black and white doesn't really work that much. So let me show you how we could correct this. I would go for option number 3. I'm going to apply a specific filter and basically copy that filter to every single photo. So let's first choose a photo. I'm going to click on Edit Image and simply choose one of the filters. Okay, so filters, I'm going to click on See All. Let's go for something like, let's try a couple of one. No, definitely not. There, rosy, drama. Let's go for drama. Okay, I like drama. Maybe not that intense, a little bit less intense. Let's go for this, drama 35. Okay, good. I've applied the filter to this one photo right here. Now, what I will do is to click on the copy style button and simply find my other photos, you see, and apply the filter by simply clicking on them with my paint roll, like so. And very easily, I can modify all of these photos by using the paint roll. And you see the black and white photo also became consistent with the rest, with the drama effect. So that's really a quick and easy way to make all of your photos consistent, look the same, and yeah, that is quite important when you create an important document like this one right here, marketing proposal. You need to have this consistent look and feel throughout your document. So the copy style button will greatly help you do this. Moving down our list of underrated Canva features, this is already feature number 6. All right, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial. You're learning new things with me today. And if you do, please take a second to hit the like button on this video. This will push the video, show YouTube that, hey, YouTube, this is a very good video. So help these guys from the Rondi team and show it to more people. The easy way to help us do this, just hit the like button and back to the tutorial. So underrated feature number 6. This one is a very useful one. It's quite a recent one. It's called Find and Replace Text. So let's say you have a lot of pages, a lot of slides on your document. Like here, I only have 10, so it's not such a big deal. But let's say you had 200. A 200 pages marketing proposal, you should never do that. But let's say you do, and you need to change something. For example, here, Oddball Labs. This is the name that came with the template of the fake company this template was produced for. So I want to replace this for the name of my actual company, Team Rondi. Okay, so there is a feature in Canva that will help you find some text in your entire project and replace it for something else. So the way to find this, you simply go to your File button and then Find and Replace Text. So there's a keyboard shortcut, is simply Command F. I believe Command is Control on a PC. So because I like shortcut, I'm just going to use it. So Command F, and this window will pop up on your screen with Find and then first text box and Replace with and then second text box. So what I'll do, I'll copy this, I will paste it here. So find Oddball Labs and replace it with Team Rondi, like so. This is also case sensitive, so you can match the case exactly if you want, okay? So you see here, for example, it's in lower caps. So I want this Oddball Labs, all of them, even the ones in all caps, to be replaced. So I'm not gonna tick this box right here, and I think I'm ready. I'm gonna replace all, okay? On my document, I'm replacing all the Oddball Labs for Team Rondi. Okay, all 11 matches have been replaced. I can just quickly go around the document and show you. You see Team Rondi right here, Team Rondi right here. So basically every single Oddball Labs in my document has been replaced by Team Rondi. So this is a very useful feature. And I know it doesn't look like much, but trust me, if you have a very long document, this could really save your butt from like forgetting one of the things you need to change. And also the hassle of going through every single page, reading it carefully, figuring out where you need to change and then do the change manually. This could take a lot of time. Here, literally one button to push and you got all of your words or expressions swapped over for the right one. So very good feature, quite underrated. All right, moving on to the next feature and also moving on to another example I'm going to be using. This one is the I button. Okay, the I button is very useful, a very useful Canva feature if you need to find an element on a design and you don't remember how to get to this element, like what to type in the search to find it. This is probably the case of so many people. So the I button is going to help you with that. So for example, I have this document right here with a bunch of keywords that we shared a long time ago on our community tab, and you have these elements, okay? So let's say you don't have the expression right here to find it by typing this in the Canva search here in the element search. So let's say you don't have this, but you do have these different elements. So if you click on one, for example, this star right here, locate the little I or info button right here, click on it, and then Canva will give you some information about this one element, okay? We'll give you the name, we'll give you the name of the Canva contributor who uploaded this element in the library, and then some tags, okay, keywords. You can see all of the keywords. From here, you can star this element, you can add it to a folder, which will be super convenient for you to go back to it later, or you can see more like this element, okay? So what I do want is to find this exact same one, okay? So what I can do is to see if there is one of the keywords right here that is kind of unconventional, not something I would find in many. So probably not print, probably not graffiti, probably not star, but top fold. Top fold is not a tag you come across very often in Canva. So let's click on top fold, and there you go. You find your element right here by simply using the different keywords that were provided to you from the info button. All right, let's try with another example. For example, moving on to the next page right here, I see this graphic right here that I like. It says reality. Reality is kind of like a nice effect here. Again, the I button and reality distorted typography. Look at the keywords and I see distorted type, warped text. So all of these could work. Let's try distorted type, and there you go. You find your element right here in Canva. You can use it. It was very easy to actually find this same element. So this is a great way to get some additional information. And from here, you can do more than just this. Like you can do more than click on the tag or just simply remember the name and retype that in the search bar. There is no way you can copy the text at this stage would be nice, but you can also view more from this Canva contributor. If you click here, you will see here is Sketchify. You will see more stuff from Sketchify, which is quite cool if you want to discover new creators, new Canva contributors. Maybe you find one that you really like, you like his or her style, and you want to continue digging into what they create when they upload into Canva. So that's a great way to discover these creators. So that's the I button, very nice feature and quite underrated as well, in my opinion. In talking about finding elements and Canva contributors, I want to talk about the element collections, because these are quite underrated in my opinion. So what are element collections? Well, you'll find them under elements. And if you scroll down, Canva wants to show you some of these collections. So you'll get to a section that says collection, and these will look different depending on where you live, because different Canva contributors will be featured in different parts of the world. So here, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a bunch of different collection of elements. So just find one that you like. Let's say I kind of like these shapes with the gradients in them. So if you click on one, a collection is just a bundle of elements that are working great together. Basically, they've been uploaded into Canva from the same contributor, probably at the same time, and they look just great together. So you see here, I have a bunch of these shapes with gradients in them. Actually, this is a quite large collection. It's called Cool Neon Chrome Shapes. So the way you find collections, because it's a little bit tricky, right? Unless you just satisfy yourself with the 15, 20 or so collection Canva shows you here, then how do you find more collections? Well, let me show you how I would do this. I would probably start from an existing collection. Okay, so let's go back to our example here of this collection right here. Let's click on the three little dots right here to see the name of the contributor. So I can view more from Sparkle Stroke. So Sparkle Stroke is the name of the creator, the name of the Canva contributor who has uploaded this collection of elements into Canva. So there's a good chance that Sparkle Stroke is a very active contributor and might have other collections, right? For example, once you're here, you can start scrolling, and if you see something that you like, let's say you need to create some graphics about food and you see this little milk carton right here and you like it, click here and see if you can find, by scrolling down, this guy right here. It says View Collection. If this shows in the contextual menu, it means this element is part of a collection. So click here and you will see the entire collection. See? So this is a collection about food and my milk carton is right there. All right, so basically that's how you go about finding more collections. You start from an existing one because there's a high probability the creator of that one collection has created other collections. So again, let's try this with another starting point. So I'm not going to start from this specific collection right here. I'm trying to find another one which is not Sparkle Stroke. Yes, here. View More by Trendify. So click on this, find one that you like. For example, like this sugar pot right here. Let's see if it's part of a collection. Yeah, it is part of a collection. So View Collection, and there you go. You have another collection right here. And if you want to remember this collection for later, you can save that keyword and paste it somewhere. And then anytime you need to find the element, one of the elements of this collection, what you do, simply from your Elements tab, you paste that keyword, and there you go. You would come back straight to your element set, element collection. It's called sets. I wish there was an easier way to find these new element sets, these new collections, but there aren't. There's no directory anywhere. You kind of have to find them, stumble upon them in Canva, and then just start using them or creating your own directory. All right, let's come back to our marketing proposal right here. And I want to show you another underrated feature, which is quite powerful if you want to create great designs, great presentations. And I'm talking about the font combination that Canva shows you. We have already established earlier in the tutorial that you can grab font combination from templates. Remember, with the apply style only from the template. That was actually the first feature I showed you. There's another way to find great font combination right here from the Canva editor. And I'm talking about the text button, okay? So if you click on the text button or the text tab right here in your object panel, you will see first like your branded fonts, but the fonts in your brand kit. If you are using a brand kit, if you're a pro user. If you don't, well, you will have some other default stuff here. And then if you start scrolling down, you'll see font combinations, okay? And it is an underrated feature for the simple reason that Canva starts by showing you a couple of pro stuff. You see the little crown? So the top ones are going to be pro stuff. So people just abandon there, like people who are not Canva Pro yet, they abandon there. But if you keep scrolling, it gets less crowny in here and you get a bunch of free stuff. Look at all of these, they're free. So what I suggest you do is to look at these, like specifically these that have two different fonts, the one without colors, because these are interesting font combination. Okay, so for example, this one right here using two different kinds of fonts. So if you like that, you can click on it and bring it to your design to analyze what font these are. And you see it's Glacial Indifference in a specific size and attribute. So it's 37.5 bolded. And then you have the second line, Glacial Indifference in 15.8 non-bolded. And then the number here is another font, is Ultra in 135. So it's really up to you to discover these font combinations. Just find something you like. Okay, maybe it's easier if you create a blank page in your document and you start adding these fonts that you find, okay, they look good right here, small on the object panel. So maybe I start bringing them to my design and I can brainstorm. I can analyze them and see which ones actually work well for my business. So these are just a couple of font combinations that Canva is giving you for free and for everyone, because they don't have any crown on them, and I think they look great, like this one too. So this is just a neat little trick to find more font combinations and then make up your mind about how you are going to style your document. Find and use these font combinations under the text tab. And then the last of my top 10 underrated Canva features is a feature I use a lot when I create and deliver webinars. And I'm talking about the combination of the notes plus the presenter view mode when you deliver a presentation. So let me show you what I mean by this. First, the notes, okay? So notes is a little button that is right here. It's called presenter notes actually, but the button only says notes. And if you click here, you open up like a section of your screen where you can type in some notes. So this is my first page of my presentation. Let's say I'm going to deliver this content, the marketing proposal. I'm going to pitch it to the client, okay? So I can add a few notes either for myself or for whoever is going to present this to the client. So make sure to look at everybody in the room, maintain eye contact, smile, and just go for it. Like so, or I don't know, you can add any note you want here. So here on page 2, don't spend too much time on this slide. Page 3, yeah, so this is to state the problem of the client. So show that Cafe Winslow has a weak presence on social media and show their Facebook page, their YouTube account, their Instagram feed, their TikTok, show that they don't even exist on TikTok. So just showing a couple of points I need to make sure I remember and I go over during my presentation. So you see, you can add some notes very easily right here in that section of your screen. Now, notes are great, but how do you use them when you present? Because you don't want the client to see these notes, right? So this is how you use them. Locate the present button. So I'm going to click on the present button. And here you have a bunch of different presentation modes. The combo I want to show you is notes plus presenter view. Okay, so click on presenter view. Presenter view, okay, click on present. And this is what's going to happen. You have your audience window. So this is what the audience will see. Okay, so I'm going to click that. I'm going to reduce it for now because I want to show you the presenter window. So this one right here. And so remember your notes. So the notes from slide 1 2, 3, they just show up here. So now when you're presenting, let's say you will have your laptop in front of you and you will be looking at the laptop, but the laptop is connecting to a big screen TV where the audience window will be showing. So people don't see your note, only you see the notes on your laptop. And what you can do, what I usually do, I make the notes section much bigger. So I try to make the notes section, if I deliver a webinar, for example, and my camera is right there, I try to match the line of where I'm looking. So I kind of look into the camera. I'm looking at my notes, but they are very close to my camera. And I can use this resize section to actually adjust this positioning, I would say, of my notes within the presenter view. So that's something I use a lot. And yeah, I would highly recommend, if you deliver webinars, if you deliver content in presentation, to add a bunch of notes. I think you can add up to 2,000 characters in your notes section. So this is actually really useful. So there you go, guys. These were my top 10 most underrated Canva features. Let me know in the comments section which one of these features you didn't know about. Let me know which one you discovered thanks to this video, because I would be really happy if I helped you discover 1, 2, 3, up to 10 new features in Canva that you didn't know about. Let me know which one. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this other video right here that YouTube told me you would probably love. So watch this video next and learn something else you can do with Canva. Thank you for watching until the end. I will see you, legend, in the next video.